What's up, YouTube? So today we went on a little dive this morning. Conditions were not agreeing with us, so we kind of like just went around. We were looking for manini, maybe some kala, but didn't really end up finding anything, and the current was pretty strong. So we came across a big patch of gorilla ogo, which is this invasive ogo species that kind of really affects the waters here in Hawaii, along the coastal areas like South Shore, east side of Oahu. I use it in culinary means. The ones that I found today were a little dirty, so I didn't really pick too much of it. But definitely there's some really good culinary uses that you can do with it, like pickling it, salting it, just eating it in general and stuff. We decided to pivot and go just do a little foraging before I head into work today. So right now it's citrus season, and we're gonna go look for some citrus, star fruit, talk to some aunties that I know. We're gonna start off with this koa orange tree in the graveyard because it's kind of free game in the graveyard if you just ask the landscapers. Most of the times they're down because they don't want to pick up the mess of all the oranges just falling on the floor and stuff. Plus the soil is extra fertile, if you know what I mean. But out of respect and everything, we're not gonna like film like the graves or anything like that. And we're also staying in the parking lot of the graveyard, so we're not actually like stepping on graves or like being pilau, you know. How's this blue gum eucalyptus? Such a good smell. So blue gum eucalyptus, variety of eucalyptus tree from Australia. And this stuff, when you cut it down and you burn it, like it's so good on fish because it's got like a citrusy flavor. It's like the best. It's the koa orange, Big Island orange. It's such a sweet variety. Perfect. So these are little oranges. You know, it's perfect. It smells so good. These are like my favorite orange varieties in the world. I have a map in my head basically of like, I don't even know, like 150, 160 fruit trees in the Honolulu in like urban area. And then a lot of them are hanging over people's like over the sidewalk. So technically by law, you're allowed to pick fruit if it's hanging over the sidewalk, but you have to just kind of like, basically you just got to use a lot of discretion, right? You don't want to like be like trash. You want to be like good and pono and like not be stepping on anyone's toes, taking fruit that they like are growing specifically. Like you can tell when someone's manicuring their yard and they got nice fruit trees and they're eating them, you know, because you first off, you won't see any on the ground wasted. And for me, that's the biggest thing. If I see like an orange tree and all the oranges are on the ground and it's hanging over the sidewalk, like I'm gonna take some oranges. Like I'll ask though. I always knock on the front door and ask, because that's just the right way to do it, you know? You see these ones? Can you film that from here? Here, I'll pull up a little bit better. So these are tangelos. Those are a mixture of tangerine and pomelo. Really, really good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna park the car. I'm gonna go, the door's already open. I can see the screen right there. I'm gonna knock on the door and just say, hey, what's up? Can I grab a couple tangelos? And then if they say yeah, stoked. If they say no, just keep on going. And then if they want, I have oranges to trade too. So if you have already some fruit with you from an abandoned lot or like a tree that doesn't have any owner, then you can just use that. I go in the jungle sometimes, I get like a bunch of wild bananas and then I'll just trade wild bananas for like way cooler stuff. And by the end of the day, you can have a truck bed full of fruit and all you did was forage a couple wild bananas to start with. I noticed you have a tangelo tree. Is it okay if I have a couple of your tangerine?
You're gonna talk to my daughter.
Oh, okay. If that's cool or not. Can ask. If I grab a couple of your tangelos, really? Okay. Oh yeah, I was gonna make like a juice out of them.
Yeah, they're really juicy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, for sure. All right, thank you. I have a little picker in my car. Is it okay if I just use it? Okay, thank you. So we're all set. She's real nice and I'm gonna go get some tangelos. It's good to like, just get to know your neighbors, you know, like. People are mostly nice, believe it or not. Like, just by giving them that little gesture of saying like, asking for permission, you know? It goes a long way. Oh, we got some Suriname cherries, but they're not ready yet. So we're gonna go check the elderflower zone real quick and see if they're in season. But they might have chopped them down. That would suck. Oh no, they're right there here. Hey, can I ask you a question? Is it okay if I pick one of these elderflower?
Yeah,
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. You know what? I need a knife. Is there a box cutter in here? Yeah. So this is the elderflower, and it's pretty rare for Hawaii. Like, this thing is really delicate, but I do a lot of cool stuff with it. I mix it with sugar, mix it with honey, and you can get really cool syrups, infused sugars, and that's what I'm gonna do with this one. So this is a pretty cool little zone right here. What we have is mulberries, Pakistani mulberries. These grow here at Waikiki Elementary. These are like cool little berries, yeah. They turn black when they're really ripe. When they're definitely a little sour, but they're still pretty good. See if we can get some nice ones. This is like the baby mulberries before it turns into like an actual fruit. Like this one, it berries up. And if you look right here, this is a ripe one, but look at how small this is. The small mulberry. You can see that it's got the pigment. See how it grows like in a long way like that? You kind of just wipe these hairs off. And the thing is, there's a bunch of chickens that live in here, and these chickens like love this shit. So I'm always fighting with the chickens to get here before they rip up all the nice dark red ones. It's so sour, but it's still good. Like, I just like to taste it every once in a while. You're not gonna make a mulberry jam because the amount of bird fighting you have to do just to get to it is kind of crazy. But if you look right here, so this is mulberry leaf, right? And you can do teas with this, you can do all kinds of stuff. So this is mulberry leaf, but right next to it is fig. And if you look right there, there's green figs. And there's a nice ripe one right there, but we're not gonna be able to reach that because that's in the school's property grounds. We're gonna do a little orange citrus tasting, see the little bounty we got today. Let's start with the Tangelo. This one looks nice and orange. You can see the color right here. So we'll just go ahead and see how it is on the inside. It smells really good. So let's try this one. The lady who I picked this from her house, she said this is like really sour. And you know when you're about to eat citrus and you don't know if it's sour or not, your mouth starts salivating? That's what I have right now, so let's see. Bro, it's not sour. That's so fucking good. So Tangelos, like you can see that little mound at the end. That's the difference between a Tangelo and an orange. It's a tangerine and a pomelo mixed together, so it's like a bigger tangerine. It has a tangerine flavor, but like it's way sweeter. All right, let's try the other one now. So this is the Koa orange. The Koa orange, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but these are from Big Island, or the variety is like known about in Big Island. This one's got big ass seeds, so I'm gonna have to be careful. Let's see how sweet this one is. So I got it completely wrong, yeah. It was, this one is way more sour, and this one's way more sweet. So I'm glad I picked more of these because I had been counting on these ones being sweeter, but they're like little lemons. But that's gonna be good on fish, good on shrimp. I'll use that to make like vinaigrettes or some shit like that. But these ones, I'm just gonna juice them and eat them raw. And shit, after diving all morning and like losing a lot of electrolytes and shit, this is so good. So yeah, we went diving today. Didn't really score. Kind of was like a blown out day. I need to get better at learning the conditions, you know? That's like something I'm still new at, is like learning when is a good time to go in the water and when is like a better time to pass. And so I kind of am going off of my days off from work and stuff. So I'm kind of just like forcing myself to get in there, even though the conditions aren't the best. And I still score sometimes, like Manini and Coles, which is what I'm like going for. But we scored today. We had the freaking Tangelos, Qual Orange, this Elderflower. I'm gonna take it into work and make like a syrup out of it. And overall, like for a little session before I go cook for a couple 8 hours straight on a really busy line, you know, it's a good day for me. So thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode. We're gonna be doing more cool adventures, and hopefully next time we get fish.